Welcome to another episode of Behind the Studs, your home improvement and remodeling podcast, where the two most entertaining guys discuss the do's and don'ts in home construction and in the remodeling industry. Remember that you can nail it, paint it, or just tune into the show. How about that? Here are your hosts, Colin Shaw and Jimmy Driscoll.
Woohoo! Jimmy's back.
I am back.
Jimmy is back from South Africa.
South Africa.
How'd it go?
It was freaking awesome, dude.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got to see the pictures. We posted those out on the website.
Yeah, that's nothing. I got so many more. Did I send you the ones of me petting the lion?
No.
Walking with the lion, petting the lion?
No.
I didn't send you the pictures of me swim with the sharks?
No.
I didn't do that. Okay.
No. So I've basically seen nothing.
All right. And so you didn't see me on the spit getting roasted by the natives?
No, I
That
missed
didn't
part
happen.
too.
That didn't happen. No.
The Aborigines or something, are they down there?
That's Australia. Shut
Okay.
up. No, shut up.
See, I'll show
Stop
you,
that now.
I'll show you my geography
Yeah,
brilliance. that I have.
yeah. First of all, are
Yes.
you a steak lover?
Me? Oh, yeah.
You steak lover?
Yeah.
Right? So my guide who was with us, he said, okay, try the ostrich. Get it medium rare. Right? I was like, all right. I had a piece of freaking sirloin, and I had a piece of ostrich, both with mushroom sauce. Oh, my God. I'd pick the ostrich. It was
Really?
so freaking good, dude.
No kidding.
Lean. It was so lean, but it was so juicy and so flavorful. Oh, my God. Then after that, I tried impala, tried buffalo, I tried all the different meats, wild boar or the warthog, tried all that.
Yep.
It was fantastic.
No
man.
kidding.
Great food. Yeah.
All right.
Great food there.
I've had ostrich. It's really good.
Have you
Really good.
We should start our ostrich farm here.
And we could charge a lot of money because
Yeah,
it's
you
really
could.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, whole new produce section.
Yeah.
Who's
Let's
got
do it.
Who's got an in with Big Y?
Big Y. Yes. They
That'd
love
be something,
They
huh?
like to deal with local people.
You do a new commercial.
Right.
You're walking with the ostriches. Yeah, we've been working with Big Y for 2 months.
The new white meat.
So we probably
That's it.
should introduce our guests.
I was just going to
Yeah,
say,
because now
who
we
are
got,
you?
Yeah, so we have Wes Jenks.
Wes Jenks.
Yep, with Jenks Productions.
That's awesome.
They do home shows, garden shows, bridal shows, all sorts of shows. So we're really happy to have you here. Thank you very much. We've been talking about doing our little thing at the home and garden show coming up in this month, actually. So we thought, what better way to get everybody up to speed on what to expect?
That's
than to have
right.
the man himself come on down here and
That's
tell us
right.
about it.
This is the guy right here, our
Yeah.
little Jesus,
Yep.
right here.
You're not the first
No.
one.
I know.
YouTube channel if you wanted to see what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just going to have to just imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
They love you at banquets, don't they?
I'm happy to be here.
Well, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
we're happy that you're here.
Yes.
Honest to God, really.
Excited.
cool.
Excited about the show.
Very much so.
Yeah. We're really excited, and as we were just talking before we went on here, that this is my first show. I have not been part of one of these shows before, so I'm very interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
I'm jazzed.
I heard you had the opposite end of the spectrum this past weekend as far as shows go.
Yes.
What?
Yes. I went to a home show
Yeah.
here in Connecticut.
Okay. Can't mention the name of it?
If you know the capital of Connecticut. then-
Yeah, okay, you were there?
That's where I was.
Yeah.
I made it about 3, maybe 4 minutes, and I looked at Tanya and said, "That's it. I'm out. I can't take this."
It's just crazy people?
No, it was the smallest show. Luckily, they don't produce this show, so somebody else, one of their, I guess you call it competitors, but I don't think so. But yeah, it was like really weird. They bring you in like cattle.
Yeah.
They bring you down certain ways that you have to go
Wrong.
in order to get through.
Wrong.
And as you're trying to get through, all of the exhibitors are like out in the aisle.
Wrong.
And they're like, "Hey, come on over here." Blah, blah,
Bullshit.
blah.
No.
And it got to the point where I was like, I'm not even going to look at them anymore. And they're like, "Hey, black jacket guy." Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, "No, I'm not even going to look at you because I don't want to talk to you."
That's like I was in Morocco and I'm going in the fence.
That's what it's like. I
It's
was
just
gonna
like,
say.
my friend, come here, my friend. I got for you all a
What
special
do you
price.
need? Best deal.
Yeah,
best deal for
best
you.
deal. I mean,
Oh,
it's-
you feel
yeah,
such a
I mean,
lady.
if you're
Yeah,
ever in
come-
Jamaica, that's the way it is in Jamaica too. It's horrible.
Oh, yeah,
Come on.
horrible.
I've been.
And
What-
I just was like, "Oh my God, I can't take this." And I started lecturing Tanya. I'm like, when we're at the show, your guys aren't going to do any of that. Just say hello to somebody. If they want something, they'll come to you. Blah, blah, blah. So, but I'm happy to announce that doesn't happen every home show.
No, it doesn't.
No, certainly not ours.
Yes.
I mean, we always have a couple that we might need to put in line.
Yep.
I think the big difference with at least what we do is the show becomes an experience for the attendee.
Sure.
You know, it's not just about seeing the companies, but seeing what their latest work is and getting to meet the actual principals. You know, that's kind of rare for some companies, especially larger ones where they're meeting the wheeler and dealers there on the spot. So the big difference with Mohegan is, you know, we'll have probably over as far as exhibition space goes, probably like 350 booth spaces, like 120,000 square feet.
Yeah.
We got some cool things coming in, some cool lectures, and you guys are going to be there, obviously.
Right.
So I think that the main reason people still come out to a show is they get to meet multiple people in person. And then see who they want to work with.
Right.
It's more relationship driven. Call it old school.
Yeah,
Sometimes old school is the best school. But we make sure to keep everybody in their booths, like they make everyone stay in the car in the safari.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Especially the more aggressive animals.
Right.
Yeah, well, Jimmy is one of the more aggressive animals, so
Right.
we're going to keep him in the,
That's
in
all
the
right.
booth. Yes.
Yeah.
Luckily
But
we have
if-
a big one. So
If they got a Boston Red Sox hat on, then it's just I might be like, hey, get over here. What are you doing over here? Come here. Get over here.
you talk about the smart car.
Get the smart car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you come here in a smart car? You know Big Poppy? Yeah. Oh, my God, dude.
Well, tell us a little bit about Jenks Productions, just so we have a
please do.
basic understanding.
How you got here and where you are today and all that great stuff.
So my dad started the business in 1979.
Oh, wow.
His first show was actually at the Civic Center.
Oh, no kidding.
So it's now
Yep.
the XL
Excellent.
Center.
Yep.
Where
Even though they haven't changed the signs in town, you still have to follow signs for the Civic Center.
No kidding.
I'm like, why wouldn't they ever change that?
I did not realize that, but
Yeah.
I've been known to call it the Civic Center still.
Yeah.
You know, back in the glory days from when we actually had a sports team.
Right? I remember those days. I used to go to those games.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool as a kid when we were doing shows down there. I got to go down to the rink on the inside where the camera guys are and watch the guys get slammed into the glass.
Nice.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Very cool.
Come on,
Very cool.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Bring back a sports
I know,
team.
come
We got
on.
some sports fans here. So my dad started with a home energy show. Actually,
Wow.
the interesting background story in that, I won't get too much into it, but he actually worked as a manager, pretty much general manager for Brody Ski Mountain in the Berkshires,
Yeah,
which is now
yeah,
closed. So my dad was a professional snow skier.
Oh, wow.
And he used to run like the national ski show circuit back in the late 70s, mid to late 70s. And he was one of the few people that could ski on a carpet ski deck. I don't know.
Really?
I remember those.
You remember those?
Yeah.
So he was one of the few people that could actually ski on those. So they would send him out and he would do promotional stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he used to do trade shows for Brody Ski Mountain. So he came into the whole thing as an exhibitor for Brody for ski shows. So after that, he worked for a promoter in Hartford, and he had an idea. This was the energy crisis in the late 70s. And he's like, you know what? I think there's a time for an energy show. So essentially, it was a home show, but for sort of energy efficiency and, you know, heat pumps and things like that, that were solar, that was like cutting edge at that time.
I was going to say, yeah. A lot of things were just
So
infancy.
that was the fall of 1979. I was born in 80. And they actually said at the Civic Center at that time, it was the best attended show that had ever been done there.
No kidding. Wow.
And my dad had no idea. He just thought that it was okay, even though it was great. But the general manager at that time, I don't know what his name was. If he was here, he could answer. He's like, you realize you just did the biggest show that's ever been done.
Wow.
Here. So that show's now our fall home show in Hartford.
Wow.
That is we do at the convention center now.
Yeah.
So that show this year was 40 years.
Wow,
So now we
40 years.
do about 20 events in 5 states.
Wow.
So the company went from that one show to that, and I've been working for the business now this is my 11th year.
Wow.
So you're making a living?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad pays me enough to stay.
That's
alive.
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
That's great, man. I like success stories like that. That's
Yeah. I was actually thinking about that this morning. I'm like, I wonder how many companies have been in business 40 years, like statistically. It's got to be a really low percentage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think what separates us from competition is, you know, I think even with us, our vendor relationship is a very personal relationship, even though we probably have about 2,500 clients every year.
Wow.
We're still a small company. We have 10 people. Most everyone that books into our shows, they know their rep. They talk to them regularly.
Nice.
And that person's at the show, and usually it's one of like our core staff at all the shows. So
Oh, cool.
we've seen it all.
Yeah, I bet you
Well,
have.
your
Yeah.
organization skills have probably, really been tuned up for 40 years. You know.
Well,
what
I
you
don't
do.
know about mine. I'm more of an all like bigger picture kind of person. But
Okay.
as far as at the show goes, like there's not too much. I grew up in it, so people have essentially the same problems at the show. Where's my
Sure.
electricity?
Yep.
Where's my
Yep.
booth?
Yep.
I don't know where I'm going. I'm the show started an hour ago. Where's my booth? There's
Yeah.
hundreds of people bumping into you, and they're like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't know where I'm going, and they're like, okay, you're
Right.
maybe you would have got here a couple hours ago, possibly.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's
Well, I like what you guys put on the move-in kit now. If you try to move in after the show starts, you're going to carry everything. So,
Yeah,
in other words, they're not going to be wheeling anything
that is
through.
true,
So I
but
figured there had to been
we
a
did-
reason why that got
We
put in
did
there.
a bridal show with KC 101 at the Oakdale in Wallingford. This is a
Yep.
couple weeks ago, and you'd just be shocked if like 50% of the show isn't there an hour before they open. Wow. So they all run in, and the show was sold out. So literally like 40%, 50%.
Wow. Wow.
Not
How do
some.
you do that?
I know.
Dumbass.
I don't know why you'd put this. I mean, there's some people that are veterans. They come in with their pop up their display that's like 15 minutes before. They're like, "Hey, I'm over there, just saying hi." They're
Done.
And they're
they're
done.
up and
Yeah,
they're ready to
yeah.
go. So there is people like that, but it's the one person that's never done it before that shows up late.
Shows up
That's
late.
kinda
Yeah,
like,
that's great. Yeah.
All right, let me leave this busy area and walk you over.
Yep.
We like to do that, and ultimately it's probably like word of mouth is the best business. So
Sure it
it's-
is.
It's sort
Yep.
of being able to talk to people that are there to see your product makes it really easy to close.
Sure.
Because no one knows your business better than you guys. So if you're standing there and they tell you a project and they give you a general idea, you probably know before you even go give them a quote, most likely
Right.
what the price is going to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's interesting, and that's something the internet, fortunately for our company, hasn't taken over yet. People
Right.
still want to
Oh, absolutely.
do business that
yeah,
way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how many, if any, that I've actually just booked without taking a look at it or meeting the people. I have a handyman division out underneath the remodeling company. So that one, yeah, it's a time and materials or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But any sort of larger project or something, I mean, I've even had people say, oh, you can just drive by and take a look. I'm like, nah, I kind of want to meet you,
Mm-hmm.
And like Jimmy and I have talked before, it's a two-way street. You want to be comfortable with the customer wants to be comfortable with
Yeah.
you. So, always meet your customer.
Oh yeah, I mean, you almost know if you're going to have a problem before you take that job.
Yep.
It could be
Yep.
the biggest job in the world, but it might not be worth the money.
I've walked away from a couple.
Yeah, and you're probably a good thing you did.
Yeah, it just, yeah.
Trust your gut.
Trust your gut.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I have a couple of my friends that are looking, HVAC guy, an electrician that have never done a show before.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, well, what happens if they're outside of my area? I'm like, just say no.
Right.
I just say, tell them who you think is good in that area,
Right.
and leave it
Yeah.
at that. I'm like, take the jobs that make sense for you.
Sure.
I think that's, at least as far as like exhibiting our shows,
Mm-hmm.
it can almost be, detrimental to your business is coming in and getting 100 leads and
Right.
telling them you're going to come out and quote them,
Right.
and that they never hear back from you.
Exactly.
They're going to be booked in the first 6 hours that they're there. The
Yeah.
HVAC guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They're
will.
in such high demand.
If there's any of you guys out there listening, I think we have one at Mohegan Sun. I tell my
What?
sales staff, it
Oh my
drives me
God.
crazy. Literally do not have, I think we might have one or two, so don't hold me to that. But I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we do not have a specific electrician or plumber in that show.
I don't think you do.
So if any guys out there want to just totally rake in some serious business,
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't need a plumber and electrician at some point?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
But we talk to these guys and they're always busy, even me. So my side hustle is real estate. So, I mean, I got guys that do my show that I say, hey, can you come out and give me a quote on the mechanicals? And they don't even call me back.
Isn't that crazy?
And I'm doing business with them.
Right. Right.
It's,
We hear that all the time.
yeah, it's
All the
pretty
time.
crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
Just want a phone call.
That's it. Yeah. Just make the phone call
Who-
back
who
and
picks
say,
up, who picks up the phone? Like your guy
know.
you're talking about on the way in. Just call me.
you got to get him that crazy again.
I,
Remember how wound up he was when
I
we
want
walked
to
in?
get him. I want to get him whipped up again.
I learned so much from this freaking. Oh,
Well, I assumed we could curse on this podcast.
Absolutely.
You can,
Going into it.
but I'm trying to be nice
Yep.
because they're gonna go. Who's that kid from buying the studs with the potty mouth? That's me, asshole, right here.
See, there
No,
we go.
I don't want to.
There we go.
I don't want to do that.
I'll try to keep it together.
It's a family show. It's a family
Absolutely.
show.
Absolutely.
But some people deserve it. I'm sorry. They do. This guy. I'm getting so worked up for this guy.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Think happy thoughts.
Yeah, happy thoughts.
Think
Happy
happy thoughts.
So you didn't fill anybody in on what happened. You
Well,
went to-
basically, what happened, I had a guy, and this is what happened, ladies and
you had to
gentlemen.
do it.
Don't
You
ever,
had to do
don't ever do this to me again. So this jerk texts me, do you do handyman? Do you do this? You're an electrician. I need this, I need that. I go, I got it all. What do you need? I got the goods. So he's like, I have a place up there. Can you go as far as Norwich? I go, yes, I do. Okay, I need you to go there. I need an estimate on it right away, ASAP. I'm not feeling well. I don't feel good. I'm too sick. Blah, 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 blah. So just show up and give me my estimate, and I appreciate it. Didn't even say appreciate it. So I said, okay, fine. So I got the address, and I didn't get there yesterday. And first thing this morning, ding, hello, big question mark. I'm like, I'll get there today. So I went there,
And
30 miles out of my way.
I
I can't get in the house because it's all locked up and it's got a lockbox on it. So I had to call the realtor, and I said, do you know this guy, Christopher Smith? That's the guy who freaking set this up. And they go, never heard of him. So Christopher Smith, if you listen to my podcast, which I know you're not, I hope you get paper cuts
wow.
with bamboo shoots.
So was he thinking about buying the place or something? You don't know. Do you want to let it go now?
It is
I
kinda
thought
fun, isn't
I
it?
thought it was
Yeah.
a hit.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to go in there and there was somebody was going to Joe Pesci me. You over here, you stupid bastard! Bang, and that was it. What happened to Jimmy? Didn't make the podcast tonight because he got a bullet in his neck.
Don't worry. We would
That's
come-
why I brought somebody. I swear to God, I told you that.
yeah,
Because the guy
yeah.
was so sketchy.
Yep.
Oh my God! Don't ever do that.
So is this a lesson in you
I
should've
learned a
trust your gut?
stupid. I trust my guy. I was going to even call the cops, going, "Look, this guy, blah 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 blah." And I called him back, and I got one right to like his text message. He's got a freaking funky phone. I don't know if this guy's from Nigeria. I don't know where he's from.
Jeez.
I don't know.
He followed you from South Africa.
I don't know. No, he didn't. But now that I got a website up,
Yeah.
now I'm getting all the freaking kooks. You get kooks?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm getting them. Oh, they just dropped a boatload off
Yeah.
somewhere near me, and they're all coming. Hey, you call this guy off. Learn how to use a phone.
Call Jimmy.
Call him.
Call Jimmy.
What do you need? Toothpicks. Thank you. Bye. Click. That's what I'm getting. All right. Let's talk about this awesome show we're going to be doing.
Well, before we get to that, so tell us about the different shows that you guys do. So it's not just a home show. What else do you do?
Well, how much of a family show is this? But
Yeah.
no, we
Really?
Really?
We
You
do
gotta
that
have
stuff
those
like
shows?
that?
Wow.
We've pretty much done just about, I mean, not every, but we've done a lot of shows. But right
Yeah.
now, the company focus is on home shows and bridal expos.
But you all over the country or just in the States?
just five states. We've
Which is?
been, let's see, Connecticut, New York, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts.
So you do like Comic-Con or stuff like that, or
So we've never done a Comic-Con. So in company history, we've done boat shows, car
Mm-hmm.
shows, RV shows, pet expos, which is what I was talking to you about.
yeah, which we're
before.
going to talk about in a bit.
Okay. So we
Adult entertainment.
We've kind of we've never dabbled in that. It has been discussed. The ideas bounced around.
Yeah.
And we actually did just produce our first cannabis event in Massachusetts.
Oh,
this
cool.
This past June.
Nice.
But we don't remember it.
I don't know what happened.
I gained 20 pounds and I don't remember what happened.
I think that might have happened. But really, we do about 10. It's about equal 10 home shows and 10 bridal shows, and we're adding a couple next year. So one in Rhode Island and
Cool.
maybe another one in Pennsylvania.
Dude,
So,
you're busy.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. My dad created a monster.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
We were
It really
I
is.
was
That's
talking
awesome.
to Colin. It is. I am not complaining at all. But with the shows, we only produce shows in the fall and in the spring here in New England because that's when you get people inside.
That's right.
Yep.
Nobody wants to come inside and see an event unless it's like a concert or something.
Sure.
At least in this genre. So we're in the winter, so most of our stuff happens from January to April. So we have a show every single weekend, so it's
Crazy.
7-day work weeks are fun.
Yeah.
Especially with a 2-year-old at home.
Wow.
So it keeps me busy, but we got our kids fair in Hartford this weekend, which is fun. So
Talk about that a little bit.
So we started doing that with iHeart. It was an iHeart event for a while. It was the Big Y Kids Fair. And,
Okay.
what we do is extremely specialized. It's not really, it's different. It's a different,
Okay.
it's a different business. So
Yep.
than selling radio advertising, let's
Sure.
say.
Okay.
So they approached us and just said, "Hey, can you manage this thing for us?" So we manage it, and they handle a lion's share of the advertising through their media partners, and we do our own advertising too. But basically, it's an indoor carnival for younger kids.
That's
Nice.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So really, it's like most of the rides are geared towards kids, probably like 3, I'd say, to like 12.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Nice.
that's where it is. The Red Sox are going to be there. I couldn't tell if you're a Red Sox fan or not. You mentioned the hat. I was actually surprised to see they're in the show. I'm like, wow, the Red Sox came all the way to Connecticut. But
Yeah.
it makes sense. They're trying to sell family packages to the shows.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
So I would say we have about probably well over 100 companies. We got a professional illusionist coming in.
Oh, cool.
There's this guy called the Yo-Yo Guy, who's like a world record yo-yo person.
Sweet.
What else is
Just a
going
freaking yo-yo.
on? It's just a yo-yo. You ever used a yo-yo?
Yeah, man. When I was in grammar school, I learned. My brother was really good at it, walking the dog and the tank thing.
Yeah, those are my two moves that I could work out on a yo-yo, and then that was pretty much that was it. That was the end.
Needless
of my
to
yo-yo
say,
career.
Yeah.
we didn't impress the girls at all doing that. They went for the football guys. What do you
Really?
do? I do the yo-yo.
So the yo-yo guy has his own like podcast thing. That
Oh,
I
no
saw on
kidding.
social media. He's got this whole like a little show, and it's all about yo-yos. So
Yeah.
that's got to be an interesting thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
to
I mean,
check
after what? Episode 3?
Yeah,
Where you going?
I don't know how much. I don't know how
I'm
much you
done.
could
Good
do
afternoon,
with a yo-yo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We got a guy in here who does the strings for the yo-yos. He's coming in.
Actually, I have seen. I think it was on YouTube or something like that. Like whoever's like the world champion yo-yo
Yeah.
guy right now, and it would blow your mind. Like
Really?
it's pretty crazy. It's
Yeah.
like it's like the traveling Asian circus with the girls that are flipping the things.
Right,
They
right,
do
yeah.
that with a yo-yo.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So anyway, that's what's going on at the kids fair.
Nice.
Some rides and some stuff.
Very cool. Well attended.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really busy.
Yeah.
It's fun. If there's nothing going on in the weekend in the wintertime, so
It's good for the kids.
I gave you guys a bunch of tickets. If you got any,
Yeah,
friends
we'll
that wanna
definitely.
go-
Yeah, we'll
go check
definitely
it out.
talk about some free tickets that
things
you
are
were kind
gone,
enough.
dude. They're
Yeah.
gone.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Well,
Have them come up. I'll be there. Tell them to say
cool.
hi.
Yeah, absolutely. Will. Yep. All right, you guys want to talk about the pet
Oh, the chimp.
fair or something in the
So I just
chimpanzee
basically
and-
the people before we did the show, we were talking
Yeah.
about my trip in South Africa, and we're up in Zambia. Was that where I was? I was up at the Victoria Falls. But anyway, there was a bunch of baboons, and I was telling the guys there was the alpha baboon, which was like, okay, baboons. Well, the baboon was crouched, and when the baboon stands up, baboon is 6 feet tall and has the strength of 6 men and can kill you in seconds. And it was just like, wow, never knew that. So we talked about that, and then Wes over here, he goes, well, I got a story for you. It was at my home show.
Is
You
that,
had a
is that
chimpanzee.
a pet show?
That's
So
at a
here-
pet show.
Not to interject, but we
Okay.
used to do pet shows.
Right.
So we sold our Connecticut pet show to a company called Family Pet Shows out of Long Island. Really great company. It still goes on in Hartford. It just didn't really fit into our portfolio anymore. But our Rhode Island pet show, we used to get some really exotic animals in there, like tigers and
Wow.
So one time I was up there, and this goes back. I probably
You were a kid, right?
A kid, like 14.
Wow.
And we were outside of the Rhode Island Convention Center, and the guy had his chimpanzee, and the chimpanzee was a juvenile, like 3 or 4 years old, so it was a very young chimpanzee. So I got to play with this thing, and this thing would come up to me, and now, not that I weighed a lot, but I don't think it really mattered. The thing was way smaller than me. Just walked up to me, threw me right to the ground, like to the point where I slid across the pavement, and then it just started pointing at me and laughing.
Wow.
So it was literally just
Jeez.
playing around with me like I was
Yeah.
a kid. It grab my hands, jump and stand on my head, and like you said, these things could rip you right apart.
Yeah.
It was
strength.
it was a really fun experience, but the
Yeah.
one thing I remembered is this thing could kill me in a second if
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Sure.
It was pissy. And
Absolutely.
They bit you just to bite you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Picture they tear you right into you.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
the amazing thing about them is they're very peaceful, and they're pretty cool. They're so intelligent, but baboons I think are a little bit more vicious. I don't think they're like chimpanzees.
No, I mean,
You wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of one of those things.
Nope.
no. There's a story that I've told about, which I heard from a guy actually who lived in Old Lyme, who lived in Johannesburg. And oh, by the way, which I want to add, which kind of relates to our show, South Africa has huge pine forests.
Oh, no kidding.
Huge.
Okay.
And they export it. As a matter of fact, they were the ones who when we were talking to the guide, they got that beetle on the pines, on their pines.
Yeah.
And it was infecting and it was infesting everything.
Yeah.
So the king turned around, saved some seeds, and they burned the forests down.
No kidding.
Burned them all down.
Wow.
And they regerminated it.
Yeah.
And now wherever you go, and I had pictures of it, these beautiful, magnificent pine forests that are all over the landscape as you're driving down the roads.
Yeah.
You swear to God, you think you're in Vermont. You swear,
Really?
Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, wow. And then you see, you go down a little further, and they're lumbering. They're cutting them all up, and you see a truck leaving with 2x4s or whatever they
Interesting.
are.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've been treating my hemlocks with something because they got that. I don't
That
know,
beetle.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
white. It's been working. Can't remember the name of it. It's just basically topical. You mix it in water and you put it around the root system, and it's worked for
Good.
me.
Yeah.
I think they can easily get infected again, but they're still holding up.
Yeah. So the story basically on the pine forest, the guy that I was talking about who lived in Johannesburg, he had a buddy who built a house in the pine forest. He was an insurance salesman, worked for a big business company. He ran out of money when he built the house. He didn't have enough money for a garage. So he parked his black Mercedes outside his front door. Well, parks it. What's up one morning? Baboons all over his Mercedes. He's like, oh, my God. So he gets over there, gets his car back. It's all scratched up, right?
Yeah.
Brings it in, gets a claim on it. They fix it. A couple days or a week later, baboons again, scratch it, screw it up. That's it. Insurance company says, that's it. We're not doing it anymore. We're not, that's it. He goes, what am I going to do? So we found out from a friend who had the same problem. He says, go to this store. They have rubber snakes. Baboons hate snakes.
No kidding.
Put the rubber snakes all around your car, put them on your car, and the baboons will leave your car alone, right?
Wow.
Puts it on the car, goes to bed, wakes up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, looks out, not a baboon in sight. He goes, oh, great. He's awesome. Goes back to bed, 45 minutes later. Blood-curdling screams he's hearing, right? He looks out his window, and there's the baboons with rocks busting the freaking rubber snakes. Freaking totaled his Mercedes. Totaled it.
Now that's a great story.
That's a great story. Yeah. I told my guy that he was laughing.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, it almost worked.
Almost worked.
It was a good thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So enough of that monkeying around now.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough of that
Yeah.
monkey business.
All right, so let's talk about the Southeastern Connecticut Home and Garden Show 2020.
That's us.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so it's going to be at the...
What do you want to know?
So
'Cause
where's it gonna be?
Have you ever been, he had never even been to a home show. Have you been to a home
I've been
show
to a home
before?
show. Yep, I've been to
Okay.
a
So
bunch of them.
what questions do you have then? Because you're the newbie to the whole scene.
All right,
I'm
first tell me
guessing.
where it's going to be.
So it's at the Earth Expo. They got all these names.
I know,
for
I
it.
can't figure
Yeah,
it out.
Earth,
It's like
summer, winter.
Earth Tower or something or other.
So
I mean,
yeah,
it's like...
it's the Earth Expo Center and the Earth Tower. You park
Yep.
if you want to get
Yep.
the closest to the convention center, it's
Yep.
the winter lot.
Right.
Winter
And
lot,
literally,
okay.
it's right there. You go into the winter lot,
take a
you
left.
walk past. Yeah, right. It's right there.
Yeah.
Brand new. It's actually a new edition that they put on. It's maybe a year and a half old.
They built
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
they built it for that.
specifically for
Conventions.
Barrett Jackson, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Barrett
Really?
Jackson is such a huge client to the Mohegan Sun, and it's such a huge success that they built it for them as a long-term tenant.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
So yeah, that's where it is. February 21st to the 23rd.
Okay.
if you're interested in catching lectures specifically, that's on the website, jenksproductions.com. Facebook's the same, Jenks Productions. And there's going to be a lot to see.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot to see. We have Danielle Colby from American Pickers is going to be there.
Yep.
She's going to be doing a meet and greet Saturday
Very
and
cool.
Sunday.
Very cool.
I know I'm a big fan of that show.
Yep.
I think that's pretty cool. So
It's on the History Channel, if I know correctly, right?
History
Yep.
Channel.
Yeah.
And been on for a long time,
Yeah.
actually.
It's on like 24/7 on History Channel. Just about American
Yeah.
Pickers, yeah, that's all it is. And
Yeah,
then
I turned
Finding
on-
Hitler,
I-
American Pickers,
Like,
American Pickers,
I don't
American
know.
Pickers.
I don't know what Instagram algorithms are, but I hadn't seen any of her posts in a while because I follow her and I go on Instagram, and she's got some pretty risque stuff on her Instagram.
Yeah, and her Facebook page as well. I saw.
I you wouldn't think that watching the show, but
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's a whole nother persona on social
Yeah,
media.
a view from behind of her and her friend is what I'll say.
Okay.
Well, you go
think
go
we'll-
look it up.
You think we'll get her on a podcast? You think we get her on a podcast?
I actually have our producer already reaching out to her.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's
Yep.
going to go, who?
Yeah. Well, of course they're going to say who, and then
Yeah.
be like, listen, go walk by the booth and see what they do, and
That's
you're going to
right.
want to be on it. So
That's right.
Right.
Everyone's going to want to be on it. And actually,
Absolutely.
we actually may even pull in some homeowners to tell us their nightmares that they've had
Yep.
with their houses and stuff like that.
Yep.
Which would be good. So they'll be able to hear it because we'll have a speaker set up so they can hear the conversations that we're having on our podcast.
I do, because I need to keep up on everything. I read feedback from some of the online companies that work with home contractors, and it seems like I just read all these horror stories.
There's a lot of them out there.
It's like, there's good contractors, there's bad contractors, there's good customers, there's bad customers.
Yeah.
Like we were
Yep.
talking about before, meeting somebody in person, you kind of know in 2 seconds whether you
Absolutely.
want to work with
Yep.
somebody or
Yep.
not.
Absolutely.
Like, this is going to work. No, this
No.
is not going to work. So yeah, we have, aside from the speaker lineup, there's going to be hundreds of companies there specializing in all aspects of your home and garden landscape. I don't really think that there's any category sort of untouched as far as home, anything you would want done to your home is concerned, or the exterior of your house, and then some other nice stuff mixed in between.
Nice. About how many vendors or exhibitors?
I'm expecting by the time we have a show to be somewhere right around 275 companies.
Wow, it's a lot.
Yeah, and
We won't get everybody on the show.
No.
No, it ain't going to happen.
It was busy last year, to say the least.
Yeah.
It was so busy that you extended the hours this year, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
one of the reasons. So,
And this is year 2.
year
Year
2.
two at
So
Mohegan.
we moved it from we've had our home show at Con College
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Up until 38 years ago, and it always worked well, but it always had some downsides. We had to shuttle people in from the ancillary
okay.
lots, which is kind of a pain.
Yeah.
But we filled both buildings. It was great for all of our vendors. Obviously, that's why
Yep.
we were there for so long. And the Mohegan Sun reached out to us because they wanted a home show.
Oh, really?
And
Okay,
we
nice.
were, we've had the biggest home show, really the only home show down in this area forever. So
Right.
it was a logical fit, and the building's great. There's no structural column, so
Right.
that'll
Right.
not-
It's wide open.
Wide open.
Makes it really easy to bring in some bigger things and not have to really worry about it. And no one really wants to go to Hartford anymore. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, no, I know.
Well, you got everything there. You can go do the show and then go get something to eat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to a show, whatever. Ba, ba, da, ba.
Right. Make a night out of it.
I was there at the very end when they were doing the trailers. Home trailers. What do you call them?
The
Campers
RVs?
and stuff. RVs.
RVs, yeah.
All
Yeah.
that. Everything from soup to nuts was in that building, and it was like wow. And it was full.
Yeah.
Full.
You summed it up best. It's soup to nuts for your home.
Right.
Your home and exterior
beyond.
beyond.
Yeah. Because I have to tell you, one of my favorite guests that we already have booked for our show is the couple that does inflatable pubs.
Oh, okay.
I am thrilled to have them on. That's going to be so much
Inflatable what?
fun. An inflatable pub. They inflate this huge thing and it's
Oh, a pub.
A pub.
Oh, a bar.
Yeah, go drinking inside
Hell!
of it. Yeah.
And you're holding back on me. You didn't tell me.
I wanted to surprise you, but
Well,
I
want
might as well talk
I
about
want a
it.
plastic Jameson bottle. Pink. The attachment. Pink.
And they were so funny to talk to and stuff. They just seem like they're going to be a lot
That
of
is
fun to have.
awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Oh,
It's
my
gonna be great.
God.
Yeah.
That's going to be
It has
great.
nothing to do with home improvement or anything
Nothing.
else, but
Oh, yes, it does.
we like it, so
Great
we're going to do
job.
it. Right.
Set up the pub.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you didn't hear it from me, but contractually, you're not supposed to drink at the show.
Right.
Oh.
Okay, so we ain't drinking.
As long as you can hold it together, no one's gonna say.
I ain't gonna be. No, I won't
Listen,
be drinking. Absolutely.
You met him for the first time today. Do you think he's
I
drinking?
don't need no alcohol. I don't need no alcohol.
You wouldn't know.
I'm happy as the day is long.
Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't had to escort anyone out.
Yeah,
We had one instance in Pennsylvania that somebody was pretty out there on something.
Yeah.
That we had it was actually pretty scary. The cops were there, and it was like, we need to get this person out.
Wow,
like,
really?
trying to drive their car, like, who knows what,
Yeah.
Right.
who knows.
Were they being like belligerent to the attendees?
No, they
and
were
stuff too,
they
or?
were like, they were on something.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't alcohol.
Okay, they're tripping.
Scary.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my most interesting one.
Nice. All right. So, Southeastern Connecticut Home
Yeah.
and Garden Show.
Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan
Beautiful.
Sun.
February.
Convention Center.
February.
February.
Yeah, February 21st to the 23rd.
That's right.
If the hours are 5 to 9 on Friday.
Yep.
11 to 9 on Saturday.
Yep.
And 11 to 5.
5, I
on
think.
Sunday.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to remember.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy and I are going to be very tired.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long weekend.
Yeah, it really
It's okay,
is.
it'll be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun.
It is going to be fun. It is tiring. Wear comfortable shoes.
Yep.
That's the secret.
Yeah, we're gonna be sitting on our ass most of the day.
Pretty
I
much
think.
sitting exactly what we're on right now.
Yeah, pretty much. You know.
You guys
But-
just going to talk the whole time?
Well, pretty much.
Yeah.
You
we could talk for a long time.
You know, and I'll put my fez on, feel like I'm in Morocco. My friend, come here. Show me. HVAC. Come on, my friend. Sit down. Tell us how you blow hot air.
I do
Cold
it
air.
everything. Painting, windows, roof, siding,
Yeah.
plumbing,
Yeah.
electrical work,
That's it. I got for you special price, my friend. Special price.
bomb,
Where's your lady?
bomb shelter.
Bomb shelter, yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, when we were in
no.
when we were in Swaziland, right? And of course, it was a nice town. One of the best cheeseburgers I had when I was
Really?
there. Oh my God, yeah.
Wow.
So there was this little alcove, a little spot where there was these, merchants selling their trinkets and stuff. And I am like, okay, I'm just gonna go in there and be nice. And this woman goes, "Oh, Poppy, was she? Yeah, Poppy, come here, Poppy, come here." She brings me in, and she's like, "Yes, look at my stuff. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, this, that, the other thing. I've seen this, and that, but I've got the eye. And then I was like, "What is that?" And it was a carved hippo, and it was carved out of the jacaranda tree. And there was nothing like it in all the other booths.
Really?
Right. So I said, okay, I like that. And I got something else, but no, I'm sorry. I got the jacaranda and the other thing, but the thing that I got the hippo, it was polished stone out of the mines that they worked there. It was this beautiful stone. And I hadn't seen anything else like it. And she goes, my husband works in the mines, and he polished these. He made these. And I was like, this is really cool because I hadn't seen it. And for the rest of my trip, I looked for those, and I could not
Couldn't
find
find
them.
it. Huh.
So it really was. It's a really homemade hippo out of this stone, this beautiful black pearl stone. It's gorgeous. And you could tell when they flipped it over on the bottom, all the jagged edges on the feet.
Oh, yeah.
So that wasn't polished.
Yeah.
So it was a great find. It was like African pickers. You know what I'm saying?
What color is your hippo?
It's black.
Nice.
Black. Nice black hippo.
Nice.
We saw hippos
It's
too.
a bull hippo.
That's a bull hippo.
You know hippos kill more than it, right?
Yeah.
More than any other animal.
They run 40 miles an hour. They stay in the water during the day because they're sensitive to the sun. They get up at night and they'll walk miles for vegetation, and they'll eat more than their weight. They'll eat like 100, 300 pounds of food if they can. They'll just keep on going. My brother was in Chad for 2 years in Africa in the 1970s, and he was driving one day, driving into a village, and he saw all these villages with spears, and they're throwing these spears in this pit, and all of a sudden they would scatter because this hippo would come out and chase them.
Wow.
Because they were trying to kill the hippo because it was eating the plants,
Right.
their farm. You know,
Right.
they got to survive. But you're right, and they don't swim. They sit on the bottom of the river. So the river, if the river's like 4 feet deep, they run in the water, and they run fast, and they can move. And
They do a cannonball?
We got real close. Oh, you're gone. You're gone. And if you get really close, they showed their teeth. Like,
Really?
something like that.
Yeah.
And there was the babies and stuff like that.
That was a really good impression.
That
you-
was. Yeah. All right. Good. Yeah. It's also like your Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Chewbacca's
There you go.
That's-
There it is.
Completely different.
loser.
Completely
And on
different.
point.
Such a
Right,
loser.
Right. I know.
Such a baboon.
Yeah. All right. So the cool thing is
Yes.
that Wes brought us some free tickets. So we have free tickets for the Kids Fair, which is this coming weekend, and then we also have some free tickets for the Home and Garden Show, which we'll be at in the third weekend of February. Mm-hmm. So if anybody's interested, all you have to do, you can one of two things. So the easiest one is to just email us at info@behindthestuds.com. Tell us your name, your address, and how many tickets you want, and we'll mail them out to you. Or you can just go to our Facebook page and you can post something there, and we'll definitely get those out to you. So,
Yep.
and we encourage all of our listeners to definitely come on out to the show. Come say hi to us too. Some of you we probably never met before. So
There
we'd
may
love to
be a
say hi.
line.
There's
But be
definitely going to be
patient.
a line. There's definitely going to be a line. Do you have your headshots ready to go, or
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I got my good side.
your good side?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Wes, thank you very much for joining us. We really
Awesome, dude.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We had a good time and learned a lot.
Yeah, man.
I'll talk to you again over the weekend.
Oh, we're gonna see you.
Sounds good.
Maybe we'll go to the floating pub together at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
There we go.
Yeah.
I
That'd be
think
great.
there's a few pubs there. So
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There's a few
All right.
pubs.
Really?
Oh, you mean
we're
at
at,
the
we're
show?
at Mohegan.
Right.
Oh yeah,
No.
and we
Yeah.
get discounts for being at the show.
Oh, do you?
Really?
We get will you give us like tickets or something?
There I actually just posted it. It's on the site. It's like right above the scroll on top. It's like
Okay.
restaurants and the retail locations. It's like 10 to 25% off.
Oh,
Come
wow.
on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, there's a bunch of places that I like to eat there anyway. So, and I
Yeah.
only go to Mohegan to eat. Really, I don't gamble.
I don't
yeah,
gamble either.
I don't gamble either.
No.
No.
My daughter turned 21 last week, and we took her to Mohegan.
Yeah.
So we went to El Toro,
El Toro.
so she could have margarita.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Her first legal drink with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, you're lucky she had it with you and not.
I know.
not,
Well, this past weekend she went back to Boston with her friends and went clubbing. So
Well, I was just gonna say that she after she downed that margarita El Toro, she go, man, this was a lot better than the one I had last week. I'll tell you.
she was just thrilled that no matter where she went, she got carded. So she's like, "This is so much fun.
Yeah.
Get to show your license and
Well,
get right in."
Wait till you turn 45.
45,
They
please.
don't card you anymore after that.
Yeah, that was a good year.
Wasn't it?
Hell of a lot better than the one I'm in now.
I'm telling you.
I'll tell you that.
Wow.
All right, everybody, join us next week. We have a home health expert going to join us. She's been on Sirius XM, Homes on HGTV, and just a ton of other things too. I think Marissa will have something on the Facebook page showing who our guest is going to be and a little bit about her, and then hopefully you guys will tune in and listen to what we get to talk about.
Come on, let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Jimmy, great to have you back, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm in one
See
piece.
you all
We'll
at
see you
the
guys.
Mohegan.
There you go.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.